Hey everyone, how's it going? I just want to make another video here. This time is going to be about a wrap. This is for everybody who would love to get the Tesla wrap but doesn't want to fork out the $4,000-$5,000 that they would charge at a shop to wrap your car. That's extremely a lot of money right there. That's hell of expensive money that you're going to be paying for that kind of thing. I know it's a nice car and everything, but $4,000-$5,000 just to wrap the whole thing? I don't know. So that hurt me, so I decided to see what other options are available. So there's different options. There's some websites that you can order a wrap kit from, and these kits are already pre-cut kits. So when I bought mine, I saw it off of a Reddit forum, and I saw that these people, they're selling a pre-cut wrap kit, and it's for the Tesla Model 3, and it was at 20% off. So I think I ended up paying for the whole thing, about with taxes and everything, like $1,000 for it. And it turned out to be fine. It was scary, 100% it was scary, because it's, you know, it's $1,000 of kit that you're buying, so you know, you don't want to really mess that up. Plus it's an expensive car too, so you don't want to mess that up neither. But after watching a couple videos, I got some courage. Personally, I'm a do-it-yourself kind of person, so it wasn't that difficult. So I'm used to doing stuff like that. I've done my own tinting before, did my own haircut. That's another thing. Done my own car buildings. I had a 300ZX twin turbo before that I rebuilt the whole motor on it. First time ever doing that, and it came out fine. So I like to do stuff on my own. It saves you a lot of money in the end, and this is just another way of doing it. First time I ever done it on a Tesla, but it came out fine. In the end, it came out fine. I saved myself at least $4,000, and now I have the protection on my car that I need in case anybody decides to scratch it, hit it with their car door, which has happened in the past, and it'll protect the paint from now on, so it's going to last for a long time. I made a video on how to wrap the car. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully you might, it might encourage you to try it yourself. And I hope you guys like it. Worked really hard to do this. It took me about 2 days. My first time ever doing it, so yeah, it took about 2 days to wrap the whole car. And it came out fine. It's decent. Nobody can tell that I wrapped it. It looks like it just, nobody can even see it really. It's a clear wrap, so, and if you have a white Tesla, it's a lot easier to wrap because you won't see any mistakes on it. Yeah, so I encourage you to watch the video. Hopefully it'll motivate you to do it yourself. It's not too bad. It's like a medium on difficulty level to do it. I wouldn't say it's hard. Just watch a couple videos. Hopefully this one might encourage you, and hope you like it. So earlier I had forgotten to record this part, but I had washed the car with soap and water, then I clay barred it, and then I wiped it back down, re-washed it, re-wiped it down, as you can see here. And then from there I decided to buff out the car because earlier in the weeks somebody had hit the door and dented it, so there was like a scuff mark on the paint itself. The dent wasn't, you can barely notice it, but there was a tiny little dent there. So anyways, I decided to polish it out and make sure the surface of the paint was really clean before I decided to put the film on. One suggestion I definitely recommend for everybody is definitely wash the car with soap and water, clay bar, to make sure you get any kind of like debris that might be stuck on the paint. Make sure you wash it first before you clay bar, so you don't make it worse. After you clay bar it, wash it down again with soap and water. But one thing that I didn't do that I definitely recommend for everybody to do that will make your film way much cleaner underneath on the paint is when you wash it down with soapy water before you apply the film, I would suggest you use like a hose, something that gives you a stream of water to make sure that the surface underneath is completely washed down of any kind of dust particles or dirt particles that might pop up later on from the air that's circulating around you. So as you can see, I'm moving on to the trunk area here. Like I've said before, I can't stress this enough. Please, please, please make sure you run some kind of stream of water down the paint surface, enough to get rid of any kind of dust particles or dirt that might collect on it. I don't believe a spray bottle would be enough to get rid of it. So unless you like maybe, you know, spray half of it down to the point where it starts running off the paint, it might be good. But definitely do that before you lay on the film. I promise you, it'll give you way much better results. You'll be happy with it. You'll definitely be happy you did that. So on this part, I again washed the car down, I clay barred it, re-washed it again, and then I started spraying it with soapy water after drying it off. And then I put the film on. What I did was line up, you know, the film down the center. When you have the soapy water, it's very friendly so that you can slide it around the surface to where it just lines up. And then from there, I put pressure down the center and I start squeegeeing outwards. If you want, you can put like a tackle seal down the center, so I lock it in place in the center, and then from there you can squeegee it out. When you are squeegeeing it out, make sure you have soapy water on the surface of the film so it doesn't grab on. And when you're doing that, also make sure you're squeezing out all the air bubbles. You're getting all the air bubbles out from under the film. That way they don't get trapped, because by the time you're done and you get it to the edges and everything's locked in place, you're going to find that you're going to have air bubbles in the center, and it's going to be hard to get rid of them once the surface of the film around it is already locked into the paint. So make sure you get rid of all those air bubbles that are in there as you're squeezing it out, so that that's not an issue later on. If you do have any issues, it'll, you know, keep it a couple days. It might evaporate with time, because the film is a porous film. And if that doesn't work, you can always get like a very small hypodermic needle to pull out the air bubbles. So that's why I suggest make sure you get the air bubbles out from the beginning, and then you won't have any of those kind of issues from there on. After that, you should be good to go. Again, line it up from the center, go to the outer edges, and you'll be happy you did this. It's a really great film. It's very thick. It's going to protect you from any key that people might do on it, any kind of rocks that might hit it, even car dents that people might, you know, put in your car. Okay, so here's about a week later. Washed the car. Well, kind of well. Looks like the tree got the best of it, but so here's how the wrap turned out. These doors. Seems overall fine. Looks like I got, you know, like a little water drop right there. I'm sure you guys can see that one right there. But there's that. I would say right here a little bit. Got a little bit of dirtiness. You can see the wrappings like right there. And some dirt got stuck in there, so I'll probably end up cutting this out later on. Just gotta do it carefully. And this is the reflection. I think overall it looks good on the reflection. The other side, there are some parts here that the reflection, so you can tell it's a little wrinkled on the plastic. Here's a rear quarter panel. This trunk, and that's the other side. Same thing, there's a reflection off of it. Seems okay. Only complaint would be, like, I'm not sure if you can see it off here very well, but like, yeah, it's kind of hard to see it. There it is. So you can see, like, here, I could make it still, there's like wrinkled plastic, you know, that you can't really see it up close, but you know, I don't know, I think overall it came out fine, you know, probably like a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 for being my first time. and I think I'm gonna keep it for the long run like that. Here's the one my friend did professionally. His actually came out perfect because he does this all the time versus me. This is my first time, so you know, saved myself a couple $1,000 on it. So yeah, that's how it came out. So there it is, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully it'll motivate some of you guys out there to do the same. I'm gonna make some more videos coming up. I've done some more modifications to the car. I would love to show you guys. If you guys have any suggestions for any kind of video editing programs that I'd be able to use, it would be great. I'm a little bit new to this, so I'm trying to do this. So any suggestions, I would greatly appreciate it. So I hope you guys liked that video. If you did, hit that like button. Subscribe if you can. Hit the notification button. I'll be making some more videos on some mods. And enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Peace.